baked, twice baked potato skins, both sweet potato skins and russet potato skins. And we're filling them with our all white meat buffalo turkey chili. This is turkey with garlic and onions and cumin and coriander and chili powder. And then we buffalo-magize it with a lot of hot sauce and some tomato sauce. And then we're gonna fill our twice baked skins with some of that all white meat, high protein, low in animal fat chili. Leftover chili, really cool. The next day, heat it up in a skillet, top it with an egg, and it can become a really delicious hash. You can brown up some of the leftover insides of the potatoes, you know, the sweet potatoes and the white potato that you saved. Brown that up, add a little leftover chili, put an egg up on top, and it's a delicious brunch. Or you can take, or you guys can take some corn tortillas, rip them up, mix them into your egg, add lots of fresh homemade salsa like a pico de gallo, tomatoes, red onions, cilantro, jalapeno pepper. Mix that into the egg, make what's called migas, and top the migas. It's like a quick scramble. Top the migas with a little of the high protein chili, and it's a delicious lunch too. So now we're gonna top this guy. Normally you have that big fatty blue cheese dip that everybody loves. You're taking a fried chicken wing that's rolled around in butter, then you're dipping it into sauce that's made out of sour cream, mayonnaise, and blue cheese. So it's kind of like fat on fat on fat. But we still want that flavor payoff. So we take a little bit of strong blue cheese crumbles and just put a little bit of that right on top of our white meat chili. And then a little bit of sharp white cheddar as well to melt down over the top. And the sharper the flavor, the stronger the flavor of cheese, of course, the less you can use, and it'll still have big cheesy flavor. So now we're gonna pop this back into the oven for the third time to brown the top and melt the cheese. I'll show you what it looks like when we come back.
Real cheese people pack uber flavor into ultra-thin. Sargento ultra-thin slices with just 45 calories a slice. That's 45 reasons to layer, stack, sneak, peek, beg, like, love.
Sargento, we're real cheese people.
Cetaphil moisturizes without clogging for healthy, hydrated skin every day. But how will that gentle power make you feel? Wonderful. What if getting ready was this easy? Now teeth whitening is with the Colgate Optic White Toothbrush Plus Whitening Pen. Just brush, whiten, and go. No waiting, no rinsing. It deeply whitens for whiter teeth in 2 days. Optic White Toothbrush Plus Whitening Pen. Brush, whiten, go.
Holding out hope, the expanded search for 2 missing Tequesta boys.
Chances for rain are a little lower today, but I'll tell you which day we could see the most rainfall this week.
Next on WPTV News Channel 5 at noon.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
After Maritza's accident, they got her $94,000.
Check this out. Steinger is going green got Rod $900,000.
Talk about getting paid.
800-561-1111.
The Now South Florida. Stories everyone's talking about right now.
Making sure you're in the know.
With new information before everyone else.
It's a bold new way to get your news. The Now South Florida, weekdays at 4 on WPTV News Channel 5.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
When Deborah was injured in a car accident, the other driver refused to admit fault.
So Deborah called Steinger is going green.
They got the truth.
And Deborah got the cash. $1 million.
800-561-1111.
Welcome back. I'm just chopping up a little bit of green onion. You can use the whites and the greens of the scallions. Just trim off the little root at the end. Now, in today's show, even if you're a meat eater, you should really download that black bean chili that we made with President Clinton. It is so hearty and delicious and healthy. I'm promising you, even if you're a meat eater, you're going to love that chili. I'm going to grab our potato skins. Now, remember, we got really clever here. It tastes like we took a big plate of boneless buffalo wings. Oh, wrong oven, loser. It tastes like we took deep fat fried chicken wings that you would normally roll around in butter and hot sauce, and instead we took really lean, 99% lean, ground turkey breast or ground chicken. Combined that with some onions and some garlic with a whole lot of hot sauce still and a whole lot of flavor, but it wasn't deep fried food that was then stuffed and fried other fried food. We started our skins in the oven too. Now the skins are twice baked to get them nice and crispy. Then they go back into the oven for a third time so that you can melt the cheese down over the top. And I guarantee you, you're gonna like these every bit as well as you would if they were deep fried and filled with more fried food. Instead of the blue cheese dressing dipper, we put a little bit of smoked blue cheese crumbles and sharp cheddar crumbles up on top, saving us tons of calorie and fat, and we get to feel good while we're eating our skins. Man, they look delicious. Game on. Woo! Hey, we'll see you when we see everybody. Thanks again to President Bill Clinton, to the Strahan, and to our friend Dr. Ian. Thank you for sharing some time with us, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye-bye.
Breaking news at noon, the latest on the search for those 2 missing teens who went boating in the last 15 minutes. We have learned something has been spotted in the water. The Coast Guard now heading in that direction. We're back in 30 seconds.
Car accident?
People are talking.
People are talking.
People are talking about Steinger is going green. Listen to this.
When Deborah was injured in a car accident, the other driver refused to admit fault.
So Deborah called Steinger is going green.
They got the truth.
And Deborah got the cash. $1 million.
That's what I'm talking about.
Thanks, Steinger is going green. If you've been injured in a car accident, find out why people are talking about Steinger is going green.
800-561-1111.
We begin with breaking news and the latest on the search for the 2 14-year-olds. The Coast Guard reports it has found something in the water off Brunswick, Georgia. It has now been 4 days since Austin Stephanos and Perry Cohen were seen heading out of the Jupiter Inlet. The Coast Guard now following up on this newest development. Just this morning, though, the Guard expanded its search off the coast of Georgia for Austin and Perry. News Channel 5's Chris Stewart joins us from the boys' neighborhood. Chris.
And we have confirmed that the Coast Guard is sending a helicopter right now to investigate that whatever has been spotted off the waters of Brunswick, Georgia, which is just north of the Florida border. We do not know what that something is that was spotted out there by a plane. We do not know if it is related to the search for these 2 boys. This is Perry Cohen's house right now in this Tequesta neighborhood. His family is inside. His stepfather did come out and tell us that 20 planes right now are in the sky looking for any sign of these boys. They're looking outside the area the Coast Guard is focusing on. He says really the area between Jacksonville and Cape Canaveral. Many still holding on to hope. Certainly something we saw last night at the Jupiter Inlet. This is video of the vigil last night at the inlet. People lighting lanterns and sending them into the sky, hoping it will light the way home for these 2 boys lost at sea. Now, one other thing I was able to confirm with the Coast Guard and talking to them just before we came on air is that our contact tells us that the Coast Guard is going through the process right now of talking about at what point do you suspend the search for these 2 boys. But he was also very clear in saying that the Coast Guard is not at that point as of yet. Again, a helicopter heading to the waters off of Brunswick, Georgia right now. Something spotted out there. We do not know whether it is related to the search for these 2 boys. So certainly a story that is going to continue to develop and one that we will definitely stay on top of. So make sure you have the WPTV app and stay with us both on air and online. We're live in Tequesta. Chris Stewart, WPTV News Channel 5.
All right, thank you, Chris. Since the teens went missing, their mothers have been leaning on each other for comfort. They talked about it this morning on the Today Show and also talked about how the boys were heading to the Bahamas. Chatter of that is simply not true.
I don't believe that they were headed for the Bahamas. I believe they were going out offshore to fish. And something happened. The bad weather rolled in around 2 o'clock, and just something went amiss. And we are going to ask them when they get in what happened.
These boys are skilled and knowledgeable and strong enough and have what they need to get through this.
Absolutely.
Again, you heard it right there. The mothers have also said their sons have been around boats since they were young children and experienced at handling boats. We have been following the Coast Guard search as it moves north now into Georgia. News Channel 5's Michelle Casada has been tracking them.
The Coast Guard says everyday crews are taking changes in wind and current into account, and that has led them to expand the search up to the east coast of Georgia. Yesterday, a Jacksonville Coast Guard cutter from this station joined the search for the missing teens. Crews were searching from Daytona Beach all the way up to Fernandina Beach, that's north of Jacksonville. There are currently 3 Coast Guard cutters actively searching for Austin and Perry. The teens' boat was found Sunday capsized 67 miles east of the Ponce Inlet near Cape Canaveral. The Coast Guard released video of the boat yesterday. Crews found 1 life vest near the boat and don't know how many were on board. They're hoping the teens were wearing life vests and say people can survive in warm water for up to 5 days. Right now, the Coast Guard continues to search aggressively for the teens. Once we have more information, we'll bring that to you. Reporting from Atlantic Beach, Michelle Casada, WPTV News Channel 5.
Our continuing coverage of the search continues with the social media app Snapchat. It could hold some key information about these boys. We talked to Austin and Perry's friends who said they got a disturbing snap from Austin on Friday before the two vanished.
One of the other Snapshots I saw that he deleted right away said that, or didn't really say anything. It just showed the water. Then he pointed up behind him and a storm moved in real fast. Made me a little bit nervous. And then I Snapchatted him, he didn't reply. So then that made me even more nervous.
That right there may have been one of the last times anyone has heard from them. WPTV has been on top of each and every development in the search from the very beginning. If there are any more major developments you can trust, we're going to blast it to you using our WPTV mobile app. If you haven't already, you can download it right now, and it's free. Also this midday, the Coast Guard is continuing to search for a man last seen paddleboarding near Normandy Beach in St. Lucie County on Friday. The Coast Guard has identified him as William Morlock. The 58-year-old man's sister reported him missing this past Sunday after not hearing from him since last Friday. His car was still in the parking lot at the beach. A Coast Guard spokesperson says they are using resources from all over the state to search for him, in addition to Austin and Perry.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, let's take a quick look at the Boca Inlet camera this afternoon. And very quiet, and we're looking at very nice sea conditions right now. Winds are going to pick up a little bit out of the southwest through the rest of the afternoon here. Temperatures are really soaring now into the mid to upper 80s and low 90s. Lots of rainfall along the west coast of Florida, but our rain chances are pretty slim through this afternoon. We're going to talk more about that and have a look at the rest of the forecast through the rest of the week coming up in just a few minutes.
New at noon, the New York prison worker accused of helping 2 inmates escape a short while ago pleaded guilty. Joyce Mitchell entered the guilty plea to charges she smuggled breakout tools to the 2 inmates in pieces of frozen meat. She now faces up to 7 years in prison. By pleading guilty, though, she will not face any additional charges for the alleged plot to kill her husband or for sexual contact with the 2 prisoners. One of the inmates was captured, the other killed while trying to avoid being caught. A Sarasota police officer is off the job after he was caught tossing food into the mouth of a handcuffed prisoner. A security camera in the county jail caught him doing it. The officer tossing peanuts at the inmate who's apparently homeless. The man didn't catch him all. Later in the video, you can see him get down on the floor and try to pick up some of the food with his mouth. The officer is on paid leave during an internal investigation. Getting caught with pot, it may soon no longer lead to jail time in West Palm Beach. The city is considering jumping on board with decriminalization. Miami-Dade recently ruled to let police only fine people for over having pot. A final decision in West Palm Beach is expected at the August 17th meeting. More black smoke from a crematorium in Lake Worth has people in the area concerned. The Palm Beach County Public Health Department tells our partners at the Palm Beach Post there was heavy smoke released yesterday from All County Funeral Home and Crematory. This is the third time this has happened at the Lake Avenue business just this month. Health authorities say the smoke is dark due to soot. Last week, the health department ruled out the possibility the ashes were human remains. It is a neighbor versus neighbor feud in Florida. It's all over a barbecue grill, and boy, is it lighting up the internet. The dispute involves smoke coming from a backyard grill in St. Petersburg. A woman who lives across the street shot this video. That's not what has a lot of you, though, talking on social media. There's mixed opinions since a county environmental specialist got involved and cited the two owners, brothers, for all of that smoke. The brothers say they are being harassed and they're not going to stop grilling. It looks like a Tampa man will not be allowed to get his latte fix from Starbucks. Actually, he is going to be allowed to get that fix from Starbucks after all. Robert Rowan, he was previously banned from the chain for life. He had been confronting customers who parked illegally in handicapped spaces. The manager at one of the Starbucks where he frequents says that was harassment and got him banned. Starbucks, though, has since revoked that punishment and acknowledged the parking situation at that particular location does need to be addressed. The Coral Sky Amphitheater is getting a new name. Live Nation Entertainment announced the venue is going to be renamed to Perfect Vodka Amphitheater. The company is a gluten and GMO-free vodka made in France. The amphitheater first opened in 1996 under the name Coral Sky. Since then, though, there's been at least 6 name changes, including the Mars Music Amphitheater, Sound Advice Amphitheater, and Cruzan Amphitheater. Lobster mini season is this week. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission is allowing some divers to take home an extra lobster. Here's the deal, though. If you remove at least 10 lionfish, you'll get to capture 1 extra lobster. Lionfish are an invasive species eating up at Florida's native wildlife and encroaching on its habitat. Lobster mini season starts at midnight tonight. It runs through Thursday. A warning for smartphone users. Hackers are targeting them. Coming up, we'll tell you which ones and what you can do to protect yourself. Also, you've heard of talking on the phone causing distracting driving, but what's the impact of noises from your phone? And making history, what this woman is doing that's never been done before. We're back in just 60 seconds with more local coverage.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this used Heartland Elkridge, discounted to just $156 per month. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
The Iran nuclear deal. Good deal or bad deal? Iran keeps their nuclear facilities. Military sites can go uninspected. Restrictions end after 10 years. Then Iran could build a nuclear weapon in 2 months. Iran has violated 20 international agreements and is the leading state sponsor of terrorism. Congress should reject a bad deal. We need a better deal.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Sun Cruiser, discounted over $55,000. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
A warning for those of you with an Android phone. A flaw in the Google operating system can allow hackers in. All they have to do is send you a simple text. Worse yet, you don't even have to open that message for the bug to download. The malware called Stage Fright allows hackers to steal your data, also your photos. Any Android made in the last 5 years is at risk. Google says it is aware and has taken steps to fix the bug. It's no secret, texting and talking on cell phones can distract us from accomplishing everyday tasks. Now a new study out of Florida finds that just hearing the ringtones and the cell phone alerts can be equally disruptive. Florida State University researchers sent texts and calls to students during a demanding computer task. Those who got those alerts made 3 times more mistakes, even though they never actually used their phones. Those who received the phone calls, however, did worse than those who got text alerts. She is making history for the first time. This is in the history of the National Football League. Guess what? There is a new female coach. Jen Welter is joining the Arizona Cardinals as a coaching intern for training camp and preseason. She's been on the Texas Revolution's coaching staff in the Indoor Football League. She played 14 seasons of pro football, mostly in a league called the Women's Football Alliance. Welter has a master's in sports psychology. She has a PhD in psychology. The Cardinals head coach said he thinks she's the type of person that can handle the pressure and open the door for others. What does your time on a college campus say about your social life once you graduate? That story is coming up. Plus, our Treasure Coast is in the spotlight. A discovery has a lot of people paying attention across the country.
We've got drier air moving into South Florida today, really hindering our chances for rainfall, but making for some gorgeous outdoor weather. Sebastian Inlet camera looking good right now. When will we see the most rainfall this week? I'll talk about it coming up.
People just forget what it was like to go through storms after about 6 or 7 years. Our job now is to make people remember what the hurricanes were like 10 years ago and not forget that they still have to prepare. The reality is people start to believe that it won't happen again, and it will happen again. We will see a major hurricane hit here where people don't have a place to go.
We're the reassuring voice that gets you through the storm.
Are depression symptoms like loss of interest or sadness interfering with your life? The Janus Center has an option, a clinical research study. No insurance is needed and you may be compensated for travel. Call the Janus Center at 561-238-3030.
Hello, Jupiter Tequesta. I need some help with my air conditioning.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Hurricane season is right around the corner, and with our weather, you never know what could blow in from the Atlantic. Defend your home from wind-borne debris with new hurricane impact-resistant windows from First Impression Doors and More. Your home for energy-efficient hurricane impact windows and doors here in the West Palm Beach area. Our hurricane impact windows meet industry standards for impact resistance and provide a higher level of security, noise reduction, and they're custom built to fit any opening in your home. Visit the First Impression Doors and More showroom at 346 Pike Road or call 1-800-554-2156 to take advantage of special savings. Trade in your old windows and receive a $100 credit per window toward the purchase of new impact-resistant windows. You give us your old windows, we'll give you a $100 credit per window. Give your home an energy upgrade now with beautiful new windows. Call 1-800-554-2156 to schedule your free in-home consultation.
Hello, Jupiter Tequesta. I need some help with my electrical.
Quick, efficient home repair is reason to celebrate.
Are depression symptoms like loss of interest or sadness interfering with your life? The Janus Center has an option, a clinical research study. No insurance is needed and you may be compensated for travel. Call the Janus Center at 561-238-3030.
Closed captioning on WPTV is sponsored by Bethesda Health.
College education not only may help you get a job, but now a study says your social life on campus could predict your well-being as an adult. It found more socially active 20-year-olds were less likely to be lonely or depressed by the age of 50 than those who were more introverted. By the time they came around to the age of 30, though, the quality of relationships was definitely more important to the future emotional health than the number of friends a person had. Researchers say they don't know yet if social activity in college and young adulthood affects our long-term health and mortality as we age. Thousands of people have swam in the waters off of Fort Pierce over the years, but one family discovered something no one has seen before: gold. And now these treasure hunters are telling how they did it. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez has their story.
This morning, these modern-day treasure hunters are sitting on their most amazing discovery yet.
It's just like that. You know, your whole life can change in one dig.
The Schmidts have been in the diving salvage business for 18 years, netting gold chains, gold coins, even rare religious artifacts. All that loot worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. But they've just dug up their biggest surprise yet. A massive trove of gold and silver, estimated to be worth at least $1 million.
Well, my husband and I, we met in Key West, and we just feel like our life is a Jimmy Buffett song now.
Instead of a cheeseburger in paradise, they also found one extremely rare coin with a royal timestamp of the year 1715, believed to be on its way to the King of Spain.
Probably one of the most special coins in the entire world.
The discovery in just 15 feet of water off Florida's Treasure Coast near Fort Pierce, where the bounty had been preserved for centuries, ever since a hurricane ripped apart a fleet of Spanish ships 300 years ago this week. The Schmidt family now has to share their findings in the state of Florida for museums.
We were all hooting and hollering, and we were happy as we could be. And by the end of the day, I was like, somebody come over here and get some more of this treasure. So.
Yet what they most treasure, they say, is their family time out on the water.
You couldn't stop us with a bulldozer. You know, you climb the highest mountain and you do it, you got to look for another mountain. So we'll be looking for the other mountain.
This haul may be hard to top, but they're hoping to strike gold again. For today, Gabe Gutierrez, NBC News.
Now, Storm Team 5 with South Florida's most accurate weather forecast.
Good afternoon again, everyone. Well, the Jensen Beach camera showing lots of people taking advantage of a beautiful beach day. Great day to be outside, awfully hot and humid. The downside of this is we need some rainfall. We are still experiencing drought conditions across almost our entire viewing area, and the west coast of Florida getting a lot of rainfall. In fact, flood watches and warnings in effect along the west coast of Florida, but for us, not so much going on, really. Take a look at Tampa and St. Pete with plenty of rainfall moving in here. I'll show you why in just a moment. But there you see showers moving as far inland as Orlando and over toward most of central Florida now. And here are all the counties along the west coast of Florida that have flood watches and warnings in effect. So that's a good chunk of the west coast of Florida. For us, no rainfall around right now, and temperatures climbing into the low 90s, 92 in Boynton Beach, 91 Fort Pierce, 88 in Okeechobee. But we started out a little cooler here, so we'll climb into the 90s shortly. Boca coming in at 90 degrees as well, and our highs today will be in the low to mid 90s. So here's what's going on. Got some low pressure up in North Florida. The closer you are to that low, the higher your chances for rainfall. The farther away, the lower the chances for rain. That's because dry air is being pulled in just around the southern part of the circulation of that low, and that's what's moving into our area today. So here's Vipercast through the rest of the afternoon. Watch what happens. Chances for rain pretty soon. This is 3 o'clock this afternoon. A couple pop-up showers. Slim chance for an isolated thunderstorm. Treasure Coast has a better chance for rain than Palm Beach County because it's closer to that low that's up to the north. And then as we get to the late afternoon hours, not a whole lot going on at all. So we're going to kind of miss out on most of the rainfall today. However, we do have chances for rainfall tomorrow, a little more so than today, and even more than that on Thursday and as we head into Friday as well. In fact, Friday is when we could see the most rainfall in our area. It's when we're going to have the most moisture around, partly to mostly cloudy skies, numerous showers and thunderstorms with some heavy rainfall possible in spots. And then rain chances decrease again as we head into Saturday and Sunday with a little more sunshine. Still a chance for scattered showers and a few thunderstorms both days, but lower chances for rain than we'll have on Friday, and even Monday looks to be a bit drier than that.
Let's get back to some breaking news right now. The Coast Guard confirming it's found a white piece of styrofoam. This is in the water off the coast of Georgia in the area of Brunswick. The Coast Guard, though, saying it is not related to the search for the missing boys. We're still working on this, learning more as that information comes in. We'll update you here shortly on what else we've learned. In the meantime, let's see what's cooking with Mr. Food.
Deli salads are perfect for summer because they're easy to make, they're easy to take. And since they're served chilled, they help beat the summer heat. Well, the dish we're making today is a great main dish, or a go-along since it's loaded with chicken and pasta that's stuffed with cheese. Sounds good? Well, it is. We start by cooking a package of cheese tortellini, draining it, and rinsing it with cool water. And you can use fresh or frozen or even dry tortellini for this. Just make sure you follow the package directions so you don't overcook them. While the pasta cools, we'll throw together our dressing. Some mayo, sour cream, and a package of ranch dressing mix. And we'll give that all a good stir. Now to our tortellini, we add some cut up chicken, and you can use leftover chicken or the kind that comes already cooked and cut up. Scallions, sliced roasted peppers, and a bit of fresh basil. We toss everything together with the dressing until it's all coated. And we can serve this right away, or we can chill it in the fridge until we're ready to eat it. That's why this is the perfect make-ahead dish. Either way, you'll love the freshness of the basil and the heartiness of the chicken and pasta and the creaminess of the dressing in every bite. Go online and get the recipe for chicken tortellini salad so you can wow your gang with an all-in-one salad that's a meal in itself. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where every day we're looking for an easy summertime way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Still ahead, the latest on the search for the 2 local boys missing from this area, what the Coast Guard is doing right now as they continue to look for Austin Stephanos and Perry Cohen.
School's out for summer, but MeTV still has class.
Up your nose with a garden hose.
Well, maybe class isn't the best choice of words.
Let's give him a nice, warm sweat hog welcome.
It's summer school with the Sweat Hogs on Welcome Back, Kotter.
Mr. Kotter, your students are somewhat upbeat.
Watch MeTV South Florida over the air on 5.2 and on Comcast 216.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
After Maritza's accident, they got her $94,000.
Check this out. Steinger is going green got Rod $900,000.
Talk about getting paid. 800-561-1111.
Attention South Florida homeowners. Pending legislation will slash air conditioner utility rebates by up to 60%. So turn to the experts at Lindstrom and get a new Carrier air conditioning system with up to $19.80 in utility and consumer rebates.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Hurricane season is right around the corner. Defend your home from wind-borne debris with new hurricane impact-resistant windows from First Impression Doors and more. Our hurricane impact windows meet industry standards for impact resistance and provide security, noise reduction. Plus, they're custom-built to fit any opening in your home. Call 1-800-909-8475 to schedule your free in-home consultation. Trade in your old windows and receive a $100 credit per window toward the purchase of new impact-resistant windows.
When I broke my wrist, that seemed like it was the end of anything that I was going to be able to do for the rest of my life. My daughter said, Mom, this isn't your fault. Don't feel bad for yourself. She says, but you need an attorney for your protection. She was right. I needed to protect myself, and that's why I called Craig Goldenfarb's office.
If you slip and fall and get hurt, it may not be your fault. You deserve protection. Call a lawyer you can trust. Call me, attorney Craig Goldenfarb.
If you want to save money on a new RV for thousands less, you will see trailers, fifth wheels, motor homes, prices slashed right to the bone. Palm Beach Outlet has your RV, the perfect one for your family. Palm Beach Outlet has your RV for thousands less, you will see.
Don't miss out on the opportunity to save thousands on a new RV during the summer savings sale, Thursday through Sunday at Palm Beach Outlets.
Attention homeowners, save up to $19.80 on a new Carrier air conditioning system when you turn to the experts at Lindstrom Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Pending Florida legislation will slash air conditioner utility rebates by up to 60%.
Yeah, I love those guys.
Car accident?
People are talking about Steinger is going green.
When Deborah was injured in a car accident, the other driver refused to admit fault.
So Deborah called Steinger is going green.
They got the truth.
And Deborah got the cash. $1 million.
800-561-1111. Catch your News Channel 5 updates throughout the day on News Radio WJNO.
Before we go, we want to bring you up to date on the latest on the search for the missing teens. The Coast Guard says it has found something in the water off the coast of Georgia. It now says it was not related, though, to the missing boys. It was a piece of white styrofoam. This comes as the Guard announced just this morning, in fact, that it was expanding its search into Georgia. The two 14-year-olds, Austin Stefanos and Perry Cohen, were last seen Friday afternoon leaving the Jupiter Inlet. Cohen's stepfather telling us this morning they have an additional 20 planes in the sky right now looking for any sign of these boys. The families say that George and Hadley Gonzalez, they're coordinating this air search. If you'd like to volunteer, we're putting this number on your screen here, 561-427-9514. And we do have all of this information online at WPTV.com.
We're just hoping and praying for some good news today.
A safe return, indeed.
All right, let's take a look at the 7-day forecast here. Chances for rain pretty slim this afternoon. Isolated showers and a few thunderstorms possible, but it's on the low end of the scale there for rainfall. And then as we get into tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, rain chances will increase a bit, then lower rain chances over the weekend.
All right, that does it for us. Join Michael and Kelly back here at 5. Take care.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Itasca by Winnebago Spirit, discounted to just $316 per month. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Call First Impression Doors and More for trade-in savings on new hurricane impact resistant windows. Take advantage of the $100 credit per window toward the purchase of new hurricane impact resistant windows. Our hurricane impact windows are wind tested and meet industry standards for impact resistance. Call 1-800-554-2156 to add hurricane protection, energy efficiency, and reduce harmful UV rays with new hurricane impact windows. Beautiful windows that look great. Visit our showroom at 346 Pike Road in West Palm Beach or call 1-800-554-2156 to schedule your free in-home consultation and take advantage of special savings. Trade in your old windows and receive a $100 credit per window toward the purchase of new impact-resistant windows. Call 1-800-554-2156 to schedule your free in-home consultation. That's 1-800-554-2156. Call now.
Addiction, like a thunderstorm, begins with a single drop, sweeping families away in the surge.
I didn't have my father in my life, my mother, I didn't know where she was.
Here in South Florida, Faith Farm Ministries, a free residential recovery program, provides shelter from the storm.
Faith Farm gave me the hope. Faith Farm gave me the love.
Miracles happen every day here.
To learn the many ways you can support Faith Farm Ministries, including the donation of usable household items, visit faithfarm.org.
Unique lost her father in a fiery 22-vehicle crash.
I had the death of my father to worry about, but when it came to, trying to figure everything out and, feeling comfortable with talking about it to someone, Kogan and DeSalvo was always the ones that I felt like I could always call him no matter when. His door's open to me and my family.
If you or a loved one has been seriously injured, call Kogan and DeSalvo now.
Oh, is Mr. Bear joining us for dinner?
Yep, bears like salmon too.
Well, this is very special salmon, Mr. Bear. It's only around for a little while.
Sounds good.
Would you like a whole piece so you can share with Mr. Bear?
Yes, please. So, Mr. Bear? Mommy, Mr. Bear says he likes ice cream too.
But Mr. Bear has to finish his salmon first.
Okay.
Okay.
Publix fresh wild Alaskan sockeye salmon is never frozen, but it won't be around long, so enjoy it while it's here. Only at Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Do you have loose or missing teeth? Do you cover your mouth when you laugh? Appearance Implants of Jupiter can give you the smile you've always wanted. Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. We have helped thousands of people like you feel confident and secure. And with fees this low, you'll have lots to smile about. Why wait any longer to have the smile you've always wanted? Call now to schedule your free implant consultation. Appearance Implants of Jupiter. Quality dentistry at affordable prices.
It's the I-95 RV show in Port St. Lucie. You'll save thousands on a new or used RV. Like this new Fleetwood Discovery diesel pusher, discounted over $116,000. The I-95 RV show is going on now at La Mesa RV in Port St. Lucie.
Welcome to
Let's Ask America. I'm Bill Bellamy. We have 4 amazing people from all across the country on their webcams trying to win up to $35,000. Let's meet them. From Waukesha, Wisconsin, it's Deb. From Abilene, Texas, give it up for Trenton. From Los Angeles, California, give it up for Kara. From Dixon, Illinois, go Courtney, go Courtney, go Courtney. Welcome, everybody. We've asked America their opinions on a bunch of fun topics. All you have to do is guess what they said and win the big money. If you're ready to have some fun, say yeah!
Yeah!
Well, let's get this party started, everybody. The first question is worth $100 and has 2 possible answers. The answers are 1 who tries on 100 pairs, 1 with stinky feet. And the question is, what do people who sell women's shoes say is the worst kind of shopper? 1 who tries on 100 pairs, 1 with stinky feet. All right, let's welcome Deb. Tell us about yourself, Deb.
Okay, well, by day, I'm a website designer and I run an auction site, but my true passion is collecting Winnie the Pooh and all the characters, and I'm in the Guinness Book because I have the most Winnie the Poohs in the world.
No way! Deb, what's your favorite all-time Pooh Bear?
Well, everybody in the family has to get into the act, and so this is my all-time favorite Pooh Bear.
Well, welcome to the show, Deb. Thank you so much for being here. It's time for us to help you win some money. Let's go, everybody. Get those answers turned around really quick if you can. So 2 for 100 pairs, 2 for stinky feet. With 58% of the vote, the correct answer is 1 who tries on 100 pairs. Deb, Courtney, you both have $100. Kara and Trent, let's go. All right, the next question is worth $150. The answers are strolling tourist, moms pushing strollers. And the question is, who do New Yorkers say are the most annoying people to share the sidewalk with?